Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. Hello to everyone across the world. I am here at LAPD headquarters. Um, I think after this, gonna go to the Hollywood sign somewhere. Someone sent me a location at a park that we can have a view of the Hollywood sign. Today we talk about Sila in the threefold training. Sila, Samadhi, Panya, Giới Định Tuệ. In Sila, which is keeping the precepts, one has to keep the precept in order to advance onto the other two-fold training. So, like I said, about 7 months ago, and now daily, when you get online and you look up police shootings, and if you want to particularly look at LAPD's police shootings, the OIS, officer involved shooting, LAPD dedicated a page where you can see what is going on. And it's really sad to see how people behave the way that they behave, leading to the last and ultimate resort of stopping someone's behavior by through the use of deadly force. This is something that I think out of all the monks in the entire world, maybe I'm the only one that studied police management, police shootings, police management, police officer stress. It's important because they are public servants. They serve us, all of us. When I got to Arizona, everyone knows that I came back to here, California, 24 hours ago. And as I was resting in Arizona, trying to just rest, there was a car chase in the Anaheim, Santa Ana, Garden Grove area. It's like all three cities in one county or something like that. And it was like an hour-long chase. So I myself, I was like, just like in the movies. I scratch my head in the spur of the moment what goes through the minds of these people, thinking that they could actually really get away in LA traffic, because I've been sitting in LA traffic, and it's like, yeah, you're not gonna get away because traffic is horrific. You can't. And now in Florida, you can't. Back in the day, maybe like 7-8 years ago, I've lived in Florida for 30 years. You want to run? Oh, okay. Well, back in the day, you had your chance. Now, forget it. And yet people still run, compounding their charges from misdemeanor to felony, from felony to greater felonies. It's terrible. Putting everyone's lives at risk. People with children in their car, families in their car. Oh, nothing good happens, It becomes a felony traffic stop, guns come out. Nothing happens when the gun leaves the holster. So I made it my mission 7 months ago when I started to see, and of course, just years ago. Like 3-4 years ago, the emergence of a lot of online body-worn camera videos. I was just like, wow, really? Shocked. I think years ago we were very shocked about police shootings, because police shootings back in the day were like unheard of, rare. It's a rarity. And if it is, and if such things happen, it's because a murderer got shot or something like that. Nowadays, people, it's ridiculous, holding hammers, holding crosses, Jesus crosses. Just yesterday, someone was holding a Jesus cross and advancing towards officers with bloody fingers, blood all over their bodies. Out of hand, out of control. Out of hand, out of control. It's very sad. And, we monks, we scratch our head, even though our primary practice is to return to ourselves. But this monk, one who has returned to himself already, have decided to come here and address issues like this so that we know what to do in our society to mitigate all of the violence and crime rates that is unfolding. At the time of this talk, across the street is homeless people living. Literally, they're laying on the steps of LAPD just right outside there. I took a picture of it. And in a little bit, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time. Probably not have enough time to go over to the courthouse. But the courthouse here is huge. I'm not sure if that's a federal courthouse, but maybe a local courthouse. But it's huge to handle the masses of the cases of criminal procedures that will take place in this wonderful, beautiful city. I hope to live long enough to see the application, the clinical application of Buddhism in teaching the precepts, and that everyone day by day, slowly, gradually, move towards taking this vow, the 5 precepts, right? 5 precepts in Buddhism. You can Google it. Don't kill, don't steal, don't refrain from sexual misconduct, refrain from false speech, lying, unhelpful, unwanted speech, refrain from intoxicating substance. I hope to live in a world one day where things become safer, not the total opposite. Putting our public servants at risk in such a way, putting everyone at risk in such a way. You see some of these, you profile some of this. You guys do it. If you got nothing else to do, go ahead and profile some of these police shootings in public. Have an open mind, right? Research it, know your stuff, and just see some of these people running into traffic and bullets are flying everywhere. There's moms and dads and grandmas and kids everywhere, and police gonna have to do what they have to do to stop the threat. Stop the threat. What's so difficult about stopping? Stopping. The art of deep listening, right? Those who fight don't listen. Those who listen don't fight. Stop. People just don't know when to stop. Hands where I can see them. Follow instruction. Everyone will have your day in court. I think that's why I wanted to give a talk at the courthouse. So everyone's going to have their day in court. Why would you want to argue with the police or fight with them right here in this moment? That's not your job. Your job is to go with the flow, and you'll have your day in court. Go to the, you will have your day to explain to the judge. I understand both sides of the table. I understand. There's body-worn cameras nowadays, so it ensures public integrity and trust and honesty, transparency. So, sometimes you just gotta understand these things to navigate in our world. I mean, a lot of people get themselves into trouble. A person who follows the Noble Eightfold Path don't get themselves into trouble. Taking the precept, the threefold train, they don't get themselves into trouble. That's the problem. People don't follow the Noble Eightfold Path, keeping the precepts. They get themselves into trouble, and frequently, and often. It's sad to see people get shot. It's sad that people get arrested. It brings despair into the family and everything else. Truly does, truly is. So I just want to take this moment while I'm here to give this very profound talk. And I told you all months, way back in the day, that I was going to do this, go into all the hotspot crime areas and do this. I'm here, spreading the teachings and making it happen, observing, collecting data, translating that data to everybody else at hand, so that people understand the importance of the precepts, the importance of the clinical applications of the precepts. Very comprehensive. You keep everyone out of trouble, make your family safe. If the mind is safe, then your life is safe. If a person's mind is safe, then their life is safe. But when the mind is tripping and blowing things out of proportion and always paranoia and suspicions and all this other stuff, when the mind is not safe, the life is not safe. Whoever life that person is, your life, your mind, your life. And that is the practice of Buddhism, is understanding your mind and making it safe so that you can stay safe and give the gift of safety and give the gift of safety to other people. So off I go again towards the Hollywood area. Let me see how far that is, but I just want to take some time and reflect and give these teachings for all of you. That this trip was made possible by Mrs. Kim and Miss Tu, who funded this trip. Very meaningful, very awesome. And I'd like to thank all of our public servants out there, including fire, EMS, police, in doing the best that they can. They're very underappreciated. Everything that they do every single day. It's a sad world we live in. We can make it better, and it starts with us, each individual, one at a time. Take the precept. Find a monk, take the precept. Find a monk and take the precept. Find a Theravadan monk and take the precepts. Simply put. I'd like to conclude my talks. I have to up and go, and I got a 8 o'clock thing, so I just want to save some time, and you all will see me hopefully in front of the Hollywood sign soon. Okay, take care.